Yo, 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 new day, new day. It is a glorious day today because Peak has just dropped, and I don't care that half my fan base don't want to be spoiled, aka one singular person. I don't care about his feelings. I'm going to talk about One Piece today because I cannot not do that with the chapter that just dropped. So I'm giving you an official spoiler warning here to fuck off from the video. If you don't want to get spoiled on actual major stuff, okay, you've been warned sufficiently. I hope you're... Anyway, so... we just got the equivalent of a TLDR of the Void Century plus more. Which is fucking wild that it is just kinda casually dropped in, like, you know, yet another chapter of One Piece, right? I was kind of thinking, like, oh, well, the reveal of Shamrock is kind of, like, a big deal, like last chapter, and Oda usually leaves us on kind of a cliffhanger between the break. Wait, what? There's no break next week? What the what? Holy shit. This just got so much better. Oh my god. If that's actually true, I think that might just be a mistake, because we have gotten 3 chapters in a row, but if we are actually getting 4 chapters in a row, not only is that unprecedented, but we are in for a hell of a treat next chapter then. Because my whole thing was like, you know, the Shamrock reveal is pretty great, pretty goated. And that would leave us with, like, a bunch of discussion, a bunch of, like, theories going on, like, what's actually happening. But this one, oh god, this chapter is on another level. I only got spoiled on one thing, which I thought would be, like, the major thing of this chapter. I could not have been more wrong. When I opened the first page here, I could not have predicted that we would get Void Century history. Literal history. It's literally like a fucking mural on the Atom Tree, combined with, you know, the lore of the Ohara Library, aka the Owl Library that it's now called, now that it's, you know, all the books have been moved to Elbaf. Oh my fucking shit. Okay, so, I'm still trying to wrap my head around this. I've just been sitting here looking at the same double-page spread, and thank God it's a double-page spread. I've been sitting here looking at it for the past, like, 15 minutes at least, trying to figure out what the hell is going on. And I don't think I've gotten much closer, I gotta be honest. So, there are 3 worlds, right? And by worlds, I think they mean, like, the whole theory of kind of repeating cycles throughout the One Piece verse, throughout the One Piece world, has kind of been confirmed here. Because it kind of says that, okay, there is an introduction cycle, like, the very first cycle just started with, like, a, you know, quote, endless flame, oh shit, damn, a funny lore right now. I'm looking at the game out of the corner of my eye because I'm focusing too much on reading One Piece, One Peak, my bad. So yeah, kind of just the world burned, I guess. All of this is written very vaguely, like in actual, you know, vague history books, as history books tend to be. That's not it, you know. I don't actually know where this is coming from, but this might be the, you know, the Harley text that they were talking about a couple chapters ago. I think this is the Harley text that we are just kind of getting. And we're just getting a bunch of info on the 3 worlds, because again, there are 3 different cycles of the One Piece world. We are on the 3rd one right now. What happened in the Void Century is supposedly the 2nd one, And then there is one before that, which we, still new news, but we knew that beforehand. Through, I don't actually know how we knew that. Maybe just like the reveal of, yeah, I think it was the silhouette of Nika and the silhouette of Joy Boy being different. And then we could kind of like, that only fueled the fire to the theory that, there are 3 different, essentially 2 Void Centuries. This kinda confirms that, not essentially, not a Void Century per se, but there are 3, like, major things that happened. One of them being the Void Century, and one of them being the end of the story here. God, I still don't know what's going on the actual mural, though. Like, one thing is, like, the Harley text themselves, like, the 3 worlds. Like, there's something of the gods being mentioned, all the way back in Skypiea. God, Skypiea is just... Skypiea is getting so much more important. I'm glad I had my stocks early in that Skypiea is gonna be a goated arc. It's just gonna keep getting better. Also confirmed that, by the fact that the Arc Maxim, aka the ship that Anel kind of dipped on, it's just chilling here on the mural. It's just there. It's just in the middle of this battle between some sort of shadow dragon and the red serpent, or the Serpent of Fire. I think the Serpent of Fire that the Harley text is talking about is the same, the Blood Serpent that Dorian Broggy talked about back in Little Garden. Maybe it is, maybe it isn't, but I think this has something to do, both of these have something to do with the red line, because, again, I've said this over and over again, but there is absolutely no fucking way that the red line is natural. So it has to come from somewhere, and it would make sense if it was, like, kind of like a creature that, a godlike creature that has descended upon the world, or, something like that. And it would make sense that it would be in this, like, first world where everything is just revolving around... I don't know. We do not know anything about this, like, first world thing. And I don't really know if we're... I don't know. I don't know what to expect of the next chapter. Again, it does say... or it doesn't say break next week. So maybe we're getting a 4th chapter. Again, would be unprecedented. What the fuck is going on? What is all this? I'm still trying to wrap my head around, because I think the most important one is to wrap my head around the second world. God damn it, I thought he was jumping. Again, just looking out the corner of my eye. We're doing another run. I am not far. I am not done with this by a fucking long shot. What is that thing? Is that a boat down at the bottom in the first world? Is that a boat? Is that like the oh, that might be the Noah from Fishman Island. I guess that would make sense. If the Arc Maxim is here, the Noah would also have to be here, right? Or, oh my god, wait, okay, so are these 4 ancient weapons? No, there are 3 ancient weapons, right? Okay, so one of them is the Noah, which is Poseidon, which is, has something to do with the Sea Kings and Shirahoshi, the fucking mermaid queen. That is... that leaves us with the 2 others. That is the red line and this shadow dragon that I mentioned earlier. And they are, again, the Arc Maxim is just kind of chilling in the middle of it. And I don't know, there's some kind of steampunk, like modern place type shit right below it, or in the middle of it, maybe. God, what is... There is so much going on. There is so much going on. I think we can... okay, so I don't know the cover story, like the NL cover stories, like by heart. I don't. I just don't. But I'll have to take a second look at those because it seems like there might be some sort of, you know, they have something to do with each other at least. Ah, fucking shit. The difficult thing here is just to think about both the Harley text and the murals at the same time. I must sound so schizo if you don't have like the thing pulled up right beside you, which I don't expect you do. God, okay, so there are, the only sort of theme there is here is like some of the same characters show up again. For example, the Sun God shows up like in all three of the world text, and it says that he was like kind of just created from the prayers of people. He was just kind of prayed into existence, which sounds a hell of a lot like a devil fruit, you know. And you know, I don't know, what does it mean to reach for the forbidden star? But they did that, and apparently... Elder Stars? No, that wouldn't make sense. They reached for the forbidden stars, and the god of the land was enraged. What does that mean? The world was cast into ruin? I don't know. But a big thing here that I am very confused about is just casually at the end of both, all three, technically, is they would not meet again. There's nothing before that, there's nothing after that. They would not meet again. They do the same thing in the second world where they say, what the fuck do they even say? They say I don't know, after the Abyss, the people were fed up with the Abyss and they did something about it. And they, I don't know, kind of worked together with the what does it even say? What? Okay. A breath stirred in the abyss. The god of the forest wove their magic, nurturing its devils, while the sun lit the embers of war. Those of the half-crescent and full moons dreamed. Yet the one who slew the sun defied themselves, evoking the wrath of the sea god. They would not meet again. There it is again. They would not meet again. What the fuck does that mean? So, you know, the sun god, obviously the sun god is Joy Boy, right? But is Joy Boy, like, set up to be the bad guy here? I don't really know. But the half-crescent and full moons, at least the half-crescent moons, has to be, like, the D-clan, right? I'm not schizo for thinking that. The full moon, the only thing I can think of you know, with the full moon is Blackbeard's Teach's backstory, like that one singular panel we have of him, like, looking at the moon, crying at the moon. The ones who slew the sun god defied themselves. That's probably referring to the 20 kings. And invoked the wrath of the sea god, which has something to do with either devil fruits or emu or both. But, like, why though? Why? That kind of contradicts itself, right? No? Because Emu is kind of like the leader of the Celestial Dragons, who are essentially the 20 Kings. So what's up with that? What's up with that? Unless we just stick to the oh, okay, maybe there's something going on here. Maybe I'm thinking, maybe Emu's even older than we thought. So maybe Emu is this mysterious ruler of the first world. And therefore, like, you know, there are these 4 gods of nature that was, again, introduced in Skypiea. It's said that the sun god was kind of just created in the first world. So the other gods are probably also just created in the first world. But then who was like the god or the ruler of the first world then? I expect it to be Emu. And it's still, it makes sense, right? No? But then, what does the 20 kings have? Like, who is their op? It's obviously Joy Boy, but what's Joy Boy's shtick here? In terms of, like, I just want to know who the fuck is Emu. That is all I want to know. That is also a big question to want to know, but holy shit. There's so much shit going on. Okay, so that's probably the Void Century, and we also see, like, down at the murals here, we see what we essentially already knew, right? We see a big sun man. God, this is what's confusing me. So there are, from what I can see in the murals, there are 2 sun gods fighting against each other. Like, what the freak? Is that supposed to be like some sort of Blackbeard? I don't know. I really don't know. There is the shadow figure, again, like, towering over everybody, towering over even the giants in the mural. Holding the sun, which is probably, you know, that's referring to, like, you know, the embers of war and whatnot in, you know, the other text. But then we see the exact Joy Boy, like, figure that we saw, like, a couple chapters ago. We see that exact one, supported by, you know, our side, our, like, the sea folks, the you know, the mermaids and whatnot. We see the Iron Giant, we you know, Emid. We see what else do we see? We see the Vikings, of course, the giant Vikings, and we some sort of whale. I don't know if that's supposed to be like a reference to Laboon or just like in general these whales, because they are, you know, they are quite angry that the red line exists, and the red line has something to do with Emu. If I am not schizo, I don't know. What's the... God, there's so much. There's also a theory out there that the One Piece is like inside a whale. This also just raises so many more questions about the One Piece. Like, what is it? I do not know. Holy shit. God, there is so much here. Sorry, I thought I was facing the other way. I thought I could just dodge and... Oh my god, I am being so overwhelmed. So anyway, the third world is, you know, TLDR of the TLDR. The third world is just a prediction, basically, of people hoping that they would not meet again. This ominous quote, they would not meet again, unquote. It turns into surely this time they will meet. Who is they? Who is they? Oh my fucking god. There are so many questions, but god is it nice to be like this close. god, is it nice to be blue-balled once again at this high a tier. Are those also... yeah, that's 100% the minks. No, okay, no, wait. When did I see the Noah before? Because I definitely see the Noah now. Then what is that other thing? What's... oh my god, there's so much. There's so much shit. Well, I'm getting no sleep tonight. See you later.